Guys, welcome back to an episode of Imperial Diecast that I am so excited about making. Because thanks to you, I was able to reach 5,000 subscribers. I've been running this channel since spring 2017, so it's not a super fast growth rate or anything, but it's also because I've only done some 250 videos so far, which is really not much compared to some people who upload a video every day. But that's because I always try to tell you everything that is interesting about a certain car or plane. I try doing every model that I own justice before moving on to the next. I don't rush things. I mean, I could, but I really don't want to be one of those who just give a model a few spins on a rotating display for a minute and call that a review. So, thank you once again for sticking to my channel for so long and being a part of this journey of discovering vehicles that are out there and deserve to be looked at. So I think that this milestone deserves something special. Now, some of you asked me to do a collection video, and I'd love to, but I can't because 90% of the model cars that I own are stored inside boxes in my basement. And it would take a week to unbox everything and another week to put them back, so I don't want to do that. Also, I don't have a big front yard where I could display them all. But one day I hope to build cabinets and put them on permanent display inside a dustproof environment where they belong, but that day isn't here yet. So instead, to celebrate 5,000 subscribers, this is going to be a review of one of the most expensive diecast cars in my entire collection. This is a rare gem. This is a Precision Miniatures GM service vehicle, a 1966 Cadillac high-top ambulance. And I paid over €185 and €18 shipping for this, but I've seen these go for $230 and above before shipping, and interestingly enough, there's also a Greenlight version of this. From what I understand, Precision Miniatures does not exist anymore. But Greenlight at some point purchased their tooling and continued to cast this 1966 Cadillac with a slightly altered color scheme, and they put less interior detail than what Precision Miniatures used to. So in this video, as I review this icon, I will tell you a bit about how it differs from the version Greenlight is selling, and why the Greenlight version usually is a bit cheaper as well, but not by a lot. This ambulance is built on a platform known as the Cadillac Commercial Chassis, which would usually get turned by coach builders like Miller Meteor, Superior, S&S, and so on, either into an ambulance or a hearse. And this started, I believe, in the late 1940s, and lasted until the late 70s when new federal regulations were passed in the US that required ambulances to be built on a truck chassis instead of a car's, so that several EMTs could stand next to the patient rather than just one sitting next to them. It's from that time onward that ambulances stopped being estate wagons and started being these square-shaped boxes on the back of trucks. Now, I've already reviewed a 1959 Cadillac ambulance built by Miller Meteor you might want to check out towards the end of this review, while this 1966 Cadillac ambulance's coach builder is Superior. Precision Miniatures also made the 1959 Cadillac Miller Meteor ambulance in 118, but instead of spending another $200+ on that one as well, I settled for the 143 I showed you a second ago, which only cost me $15. But because there's no 1966 version in 143 for a similar price, I mean there is a resin one by Neo and it costs $100. So I bought this one in 118 for just twice the price instead. Way better investment than a Neo, as you will see in a second. So here's a look at the front of the 1966 Cadillac Ambulance, as it says there at the top. But if we take a look at the front grille here, you can see that this front grille is done pretty nicely in the sense that we have like all the chrome bars and the chrome slats, and they have a nice shading in between to simulate the grille. And then it says Cadillac here at the bottom right. And we also have these two fog lamps, which however aren't made out of like lamp covers or anything, but just part of the diecast. Looking at the headlights, these are what they call stacked headlights, and the stacked headlights were trendy back in the late 60s. Several American car manufacturers had them. For example, the Pontiac GTO, the Plymouth Fury, the Ford Galaxy, Ford Fairlane, and of course Cadillacs as well. Now, the Cadillac emblem is a V and a crest. The V would have been a laurel wreath only on the Fleetwood trim levels, namely the 60 Special Sedan, the Series 75, and the Eldorado. We've got the 1966 California plates here at the front, and of course the front bumper is in this beautiful chrome. The hood sadly does not open on this $200 model. It's the one I think I'm most mad at Precision Diecast about. I mean, they created an otherwise perfect casting, but for some reason sealed the hood when even Mastos managed to cast diecasts from the same era with opening hoods, like on their 1959 Cadillac Eldorado casting, which some of you might even have in your collection. Anyway, little info on the engine. I think this was powered by a 340 horsepower V8. Moving further up, you can see that we have these front ambulance lights, and they actually have a separate light inside. It's got like the chrome surround, although the rest of the case is in a matte silver. We've got ambulance written up here, and the actual siren light is also done nicely in the sense that in the inside you can see that we have like extra detail for the light that is supposed to be in there, the rotating one. If we look at the mirrors, you can see that we have like a spotlight here, which is also a separate plastic piece for the light surrounded by chrome. And on the driver's side, we have a double mirror instead. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah. The windshield wipers are also done nicely as separate chrome pieces. Taking a look at the side, this Cadillac ambulance is so long I can make it barely fit inside the viewfinder. You also notice that this Cadillac has a B-pillar, which had disappeared from 1957 to 1965. I think the two-tone looks really nice, especially here on the side. We've also got the red cross and two stripes across the rear passenger windows and the rear quarter glass that are supposed to offer a little bit of privacy to the patient inside. And up here we have these ventilation tubes, which I believe are part of the AC or something that lets fresh air get into the cabin. There's another siren light there. And even in 1966 we had a little bit of this classic tail fin design still remaining, which of course was the most extravagant in 1959, where it kind of looked like the exhausts or the tail fins of jets. But about 7 years later, it was a little more subtle. Now at the front overhang, we have this really cool turn signal. It in fact not only has no peg, but also has a Cadillac logo built into it, which is really nice. And now let's check out the wheels. So as you can see, we have classic white wall tires, and in fact it's a really nice triple white wall design. Perfectly done. And the hubcaps are this early dog dish style, and in the middle we have the Cadillac logo as well. Here's a look at the rear wheel, which is partially obscured by the fender skirts that used to be fashionable until the 80s, I believe. But Cadillac kept using them even on some of their early 90s Fleetwoods. The gas cap is back here, which is interesting because Cadillacs usually had them behind the rear license plate. And taking a look at the back of the 1966 Cadillac ambulance, you can see that here also the two-tone is nicely visible, and this entire door swings outward. We have got a chrome door handle. We've got the S&S logo above the Cadillac V, which is also a separate chrome piece. Got the 1966 license plate down there as well. And if we now take a look at the taillights, these are of course the vertical Cadillac taillights that I think Cadillac kept using for several decades in various forms. So they look nice. And then we also have additional ambulance taillights up here, which are also separate lights. And there's a sticker on the bottom right of the rear windshield showing some kind of Red Cross logo. And now let's get this beautiful model opened. Interesting. Unfortunately, you cannot open this door, but for that, you can open this door. Let me open the driver's side too. So, taking a look at the interior of the 1966 Cadillac ambulance. Let's start with the door panels first. You can see that they are beautifully done. They've got this nice plush paneling and brushed aluminum sort of like trim. This is just a piece of styrofoam that got stuck in here, so there you go. Also the plush, like the leather on the armrest here. Then we got 3 separate chrome levers. One is of course the door lever, the other one is for the main window, and the third one I believe will turn or angle the vent glass, which I think can even be done on the model, but I'm not sure. Don't want to like break anything here. Here's another look at the mirrors. But yeah, let's check out the interior. So on the passenger side, you can see that we have a really nice dashboard. It's got like multiple dials in the middle. Then we have here Cadillac written on the dash. We don't seem to have a glove compartment for the front passenger. And here is the handle of the searchlight, or like the spotlight that you can move from the inside. So that's also a nice touch. Now, above the dash, we have another small stack of gauges. Not sure what they're supposed to represent. Maybe the temperature of the AC and stuff like that in the back. We, of course, have a rear view mirror. And taking a look at the seats, these are completely made out of red plastic. This is unfortunately not leather. But yeah, then we have like a separator, so you can't directly, let's say, breathe the air off the back. And then we also have something else there in the ceiling. This might be a smoke detector or something, I don't know. And of course we have these sun visors, which maybe they can even be lowered, I'm not sure. And we have like 2 of them, by the way. Oh, I think those are reading lights. And they're like actual lights, you know, like they have the plastic bits in between, which is also nice. So lots of detail for sure. Let's check out the driver's side next. So checking out the driver's side of the 1966 Cadillac, you can see that the floor, first of all, looks pretty nice in the sense that it has its own texture. The door sill also has a nice branding. It says 101, I think. And the steering wheel is done very nicely in the sense that we have a Cadillac branding in the middle, as you can see. Then, of course, we have the stalks behind it or at least one stock. Oh, there's the second one. And if you look at the gauge cluster, you can see that we have a really nice like speedometer and rev meter on either side, and in the middle, no, I'm sorry, in the middle is the speedometer, and then we have two gauges on either side. I'm not sure what they are for. Maybe one is for the revving, and the second one, I'm not sure. And then underneath we have like a couple of other gauges, but they're hard to read. So yeah, I mean, this is a really nice interior. Now, before we come to the highlight of this video, the interior, let's first check out this side of the door. And you can see that we also have some extra details here, because we have like a handle to open the door from the inside, and then we have like this brushed aluminum part, maybe like an extra storage compartment, and then that's the handle, I think. That's just maybe meant to like hold on to something. And then up here, we have something else, which I don't know what it is, but yeah. But now, take a look at this, guys. This is the interior that I was talking about. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, wow. Let's start with the fact that right up there, you can see it says medical. And we've got like some air vents or something up there. We have an oxygen tank with 2 gauges. And it also says oxygen here to the right. We then have the box to the left saying linen. And then down there, I can't really read what it says. But yeah, I mean, here is the gurney I was talking about. Look at the level of detail on this. This is actual, like, cloth. You know, this is not plastic. And I believe that the pillow is also a real pillow, because it definitely looks very comfortable. Now over here we have a leather bench, and there is a vent for the air circulation, so that's also nice. And over here we have 2 wall sockets, and we have like a footlight. And then look at the flooring. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous, and it's also like polished. It's got that shine to it. And like back there we also have some extra detail. Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. And then you can see also here that we have like a chrome sort of corner guard or protector. And let's see if this is actual leather. Oh yeah, this is leather. This is definite leather, or at least it feels like it. Doesn't feel like plastic to me, if you look at the surface and everything. And then we have this belt over here, which holds the fabric and like the bedding in place. So you can even see the wheels, I think, of this gurney. It's kind of hard to focus, but yeah. Very, very nice interior indeed. I mean, I actually wouldn't mind sitting here if I could shrink myself down. Could even hold the handle there. Here's a picture of the interior of a 1969 Cadillac ambulance, so it's close enough. And apart from the jump seat in the back and the extra curtains for more privacy, it looks very similar indeed. Absolutely awesome. And finally, let's check out the bottom of this rather heavy model that I'm very uncomfortable trying to turn around. Let's see if I can do it. Hold on. I think this is better if I do it this way. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Not much detail. It says Sunset Coach by Precision Miniatures, 1966 Cadillac, used under license. You got some nice detail for the suspension and the exhaust tubing. Apart from that, nothing else. So yeah. The model does not have any suspension though. Alright guys, now that we've reviewed the model, let's start comparing this to the Greenlight version. We'll start with the price difference. For maybe $20 to $40 less, the Greenlight version looks like this. The first thing you may notice is that the headlights have a chrome bezel, but I'm not sure if that's accurate to the real car because it might have been based on the 1967 Cadillac, which you're seeing here, where the stacked headlights had a forward tilt and silver bezels. But as you can see on these pictures of the 1966 Cadillac, the headlight bezels are body-colored. Here's a bigger pic from the front. The silver bezels on the Greenlight also extend to either side of the front grille, where they are also body-colored on the Precision Miniatures version. The next thing you will notice on the Greenlight is that the Cadillac logo on the grille is a decal printed onto the grille itself, like two of the rectangles weren't painted in black and were left in chrome and then had Cadillac engraved onto them, while on the Precision Miniatures it's a photo-etched piece placed onto the grille. Next, if you look at the ambulance script, it is bigger on the Greenlight to the point where the script starts to curve toward both edges, while it is smaller on the Precision Miniatures. The Precision Miniatures comes with 1966 front and rear license plates, while the Greenlight doesn't have any. But I feel like Greenlight did a better job with the headlights themselves, because the lamp covers are nicely textured, while on the Precision Miniatures, they're a bit blurrier. Moving up, the windshield wiper cowl is black on the Greenlight, while fully chrome on the Precision Miniatures. So that's another point to Greenlight in terms of realism, I'd say. The siren light covers on the Greenlight are also fully chrome, while on the Precision Miniatures, only the front cowlings are chrome and the rest matte silver. The Precision Miniatures model also comes with two extra side view mirror mounts, one being a spotlight on the passenger side, and the other being a secondary side view mirror. Both are missing on the Greenlight, which has just the two side view mirrors. Moving on to the side of the Greenlight, the Precision Miniatures red cross and two white stripes across the rear passenger windows and rear quarter glass are missing on the Greenlight, which, however, does give you a better view of the interior on the Greenlight than it does on the Precision. The ventilation tubing on the Greenlight's roof is completely chrome, while it is matte silver on the Precision. The Precision Miniatures has a Cadillac logo on the wheel covers, while they are missing on the Greenlight. The Greenlight also has a black peg on the indicator and no Cadillac logo there either, while the Precision has the logo and doesn't have any pegs. Moving on to the rear, the Precision has the Coach Builder SNS logo above the Cadillac V on the rear door, while it is missing on the Greenlight. The medical sticker on the bottom right of the rear windshield is also missing on the Greenlight. The Greenlight has a pretty cool looking chrome door sill, which matches the chrome rear bumper, while on the Precision the door sill is matte silver. But it has the 1966 rear license plate, which is also missing on the Greenlight's tail end. Now on the Precision Miniatures, the paramedic bench to the right of the gurney is beige and has a red upholstery, while on the Greenlight, the entire bench and seating are both in red. The Precision Miniatures gurney also has two bedsheets on it, one red and the other one white, while they are both missing on the Greenlight. Similarly, the Precision Miniatures comes with a belt to hold the sheets in place, along with a silver buckle, while that belt is also missing on the Greenlight. The wood paneling on the Greenlight is also a lighter shade of brown, more like a birch or maple, while it is darker and more of a mahogany on the Precision. The Precision also has a door sill plate, while the Greenlight doesn't seem to have any. But the Greenlight has nice two-tone front seats, while the seats of the Precision Miniatures are just red. So there you have it. that sums up the differences between the two brands. So I hope you guys liked my review of the 1/18 scale Precision Miniatures 1966 Cadillac high-top ambulance. I think it's a fantastic model. And if you're interested in more ambulances, I actually have two other ones that I've also reviewed, but in smaller 1/43 scale. So you can check them out over here, and one of them is another Cadillac, which is definitely worth adding to your collection. As for this one, well, it's expensive, but I mean, it's definitely worth the money because I think you get more than you get on your typical auto art with a model like this. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for 5,000 subscribers, and catch you in the next video of Imperial Diecast.